The dream city hadn't stopped trembling. It pulsed now, slow, rhythmic, like a massive organism preparing to shed its skin. Buildings shimmered between centuries. Roads curled and straightened. The sky itself breathed in long, unnatural exhales. Layra stood at the ridge's edge, watching the world rearrange itself around a decision she hadn't yet made. Mercy. The word sat like a stone in her chest. Naren stood a short distance behind her, letting her have space but refusing to leave her entirely alone. He watched the shifting horizon with the stillness of someone who had studied collapse before. Is that what this is? Layra asked without turning. Mercy? Naren approached slowly. That depends on how you define it. Layra's jaw tightened. You said the architects didn't build the vessel as an act of kindness. They built it because it was the only thing that would survive the end. Yes. So waking everyone up, ending this illusion. She gestured to the shimmering city. That wouldn't be mercy. That would be destruction. It could be. Or it could be freedom. Naren nodded. It could be that too. The ground trembled again, and a tower in the distance split momentarily into 3 versions of itself, ruined, pristine, and something impossibly ornate, before settling back into its usual form. Layra closed her eyes through the quake. The architects built a refuge. They saved what they could, and they trapped what they couldn't allow to break. Naren reminded her gently. Layra turned to face him. Do you think they were wrong? He hesitated, not because he didn't have an answer, but because he wasn't sure she was ready for it. I think, he said slowly, that the architects believed they were offering humanity time. Time to heal. Time to forget the ruin. Time to rebuild a story they could live in. And instead, Layra whispered, that story became a cage. Naren didn't argue. The city below them did that for him, its trembling accelerating, its edges fraying like a fabric pulled too tight. A child's voice echoed faintly through the air. Then an old woman's laugh. Then silence. Layra shivered. They don't know they're dreaming. No, Naren agreed softly. They know the story they're in. They know the roles the vessel shaped for them. But they do not know what came before, or what lies outside. That's not life, Layra said. That's captivity. And yet, Naren countered, if they woke now into the half-ruined surface, the scarcity, the storms, the emptiness, what would they become? Layra heard what he wasn't saying. Would they survive? Would they want to? She exhaled slowly. If I break the vessel, they return to a world with no shelter, no memory, and no preparation. And if you don't, Naren said, they remain here. In a world shaped by loops, compression, mythology, centuries that never truly passed. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. Mercy to one side is cruelty to the other. Layra stared down at her hands, feeling the helix light flickering beneath her skin, responding to her doubt. You said I'm a stabilizing force. Yes. And also a catalyst. Yes. So whatever I choose will spread through the whole vessel. Yes, Naren said quietly. Instantly, she closed her eyes. And then something unexpected happened. The city below them steadied. Just a breath. Just long enough for the world to hold itself still. When Layra opened her eyes, Naren was staring at her, not with fear, but with recognition. It's waiting for you, he whispered. The vessel is asking, not demanding. Not forcing, asking. Layra felt the truth in her bones. What if, she said slowly, Mercy isn't choosing what's kindest for them? Naren tilted his head. Then what is it? What if Mercy is choosing what's truest? The sky flickered. Dawn, dusk, night, dawn again. As if the dreaming itself considered her words. Naren stepped beside her, shoulder to shoulder, both watching the city breathe. Layra, he said. Whatever you decide, you will not be choosing for them alone. She looked at him sharply. What do you mean? Naren met her gaze with an honesty he had held back for too long. The architects designed the vessel to respond only to a mind that can see it. A mind that can recognize pattern, fracture, myth, and intention. His eyes softened. One mind to decide its fate. You, Lyra whispered. And you, he said. We are both anomalies. Both outsiders. Both capable of shifting the pattern. Lyra felt her heart drop. You mean, we decide together? Naren nodded. And beneath them, the dreaming waited, balancing on the breath between mercy and truth.